Respected jury, my name is Malvika Menon, and the topic I've chosen for my thesis is urban, seafront, and community living. The whole idea of such a project is acquired from a recent proposal that's come up in the Mumbai port. It's a complete redevelopment and revamp of the eastern waterfront of Mumbai. Mumbai is one of the oldest ports, and the port has been dead for so many years. Neither did it carry on the port activities as it was supposed to, and there was no other sort of any recreation or any function that worked pretty well in the port as well. So hence, the proposal has been made to bring in a complete development of the port, and it has been divided into various sectors. The one I've chosen is community living and urban seafront. Uh, for the housing typologies, I did a couple of case studies. The first one was Sheikh Sarai Housing Complex, New Delhi. Sheikh Sarai has a linear L-shaped plan with the building intercrossing each other. One of the important aspects of Sheikh Sarai is a pattern of interrelated squares, how the volumes and voids play along the building form. It creates a sense of aesthetic style, which is highlighted by a few elements of bright color, highlighted by different size of schedule of openings and other things. Uh, there are separate roads for pedestrian and vehicular entry and circulation. As long as the pedestrian circulation is concerned, there are a lot of pocket roads and streetways which facilitate and promote social interaction, and also acts as a platform where people can come sit around and talk, and is a high potential node. Mm. The plan of Sheikh Sarai is based on a narrow shaded street linking variety of clusters. So basically, the whole plan runs on a single street with buildings on either sides. Sheikh Sarai has overall has a very interesting form as well as a plan, and it mainly focuses on the pedestrian and vehicular segregation of streets and as well as social interaction. The second case study I've chosen is Winnipeg Center Village Housing, that is in Canada. This is a completely different project as it completely focuses on minimalism, and the whole concept is derived from stacking of modular units of sizes 8 into 12 feet and 14 to 12 feet, according to the larger living areas with broader views. The whole design is acquired from stacking these around in such a manner that very minimal space is used, and also the circulation inside the building is also functional. Not only inside the building, they have a very interesting central court, which acts as another platform for social interaction right in the center. Mhm. My first live case study is Hamlet, that is by Good Earth. It's located in Cochin. Uh, Hamlet has a circular plan with river on one side. The most interesting thing about Hamlet is that it acts both like a apartment and a house. It has multiple floors, and also it has a private backyard as well. They have a common central court in the middle that is contoured, and they have a riverfront public area and as well as private backyards. Uh, the fourth one is Jalwai Bihar, Bangalore. Jalwai Bihar is a housing for Navy and Army men. Unlike all the other projects, Jalwai Bihar is of vast area. It has 22 acres and a variety of clusters with the typologies from 1 BHK to 4 BHK each. Most of the houses are made of clusters, uh, and the typologies are kind of similar but not the same. One of the major things they focus is on how to humanize a space and the possibilities of creating a feeling of belonging. A sense of belonging is very important in a community living, as people tend to come by and cross each other's path every now and then. So, Jalvayu Vihar has come up with such a design which promote a lot of social interaction and a lot of common notes and spaces where people can come sit and share. When we compare all the four of them, there's a major difference right from the site planning level. Sheikh Sarai housing had an L-shaped linear plan with streets aligned in the center and buildings falling to the either side. Whereas Jalvayu Vihar has had a more uh, well-defined grid network of plans where social interaction was given utmost importance. Coming to Good Earth Hamlet, all it mattered was however little the community is, even they focus on social interaction, but they also gave an equal importance to private space that has been held back. Um, The Winnipeg Center Housing Village is the smallest and tiniest of all the settlements. However, it has been most effective as the space used is very less and the outcome is one of the best. My site is in Mumbai Port. It's Shivdi. This is the whole redevelopment plan, and my project comes to the end of the port, right in front of the sea. Existing buildings of the sites are Mumbai Seafront Garden, Marine Engineering and Research Institute. There's a college for Advanced Maritime Studies and Research, Mumbai Custom Divisions, and BPT Ground. The port area is secluded and additional safety measures and requirements are managed. The port as such is a dull place since like I mentioned before, it's been the same for over past so many years. The only activities which took part was the port activities, and they also gradually was brought down. Uh, so as of now, that the traffic, the pedestrian flow, the public, and everything is very much controlled, as there is nothing much happening there for people to come in and watch. This project consists of various parts which are in and around the portion I have zoned out for the community living. Right to the south area, there is a residential settlement, and they also have a large amount of skyscrapers consist of IT departments and other commercial units. Theme Street to the east, and these are tourist attractions and cater to the various facilities required by the tourists. On the west side are retirement homes and homes and villages. This is data collection. I've collected the standard areas and minimum requirements for residential street networking, pedestrian pathways, and other standards. Concept. My concept is mainly derived from three basic things, that is diversity, public private relationship, and urban waterfront. All these together put together to uh, bring in and emphasize the concept of quality of space, quality of the waterfront. That has to be made available to all the Mumbai residents and the people who are in the community living, as well as the local public. Uh, the seafront is open to all on a regular basis. The concept was actually derived from what Mumbai is all about, diversity. Diversity is all you can reflect upon when you look at Mumbai as a place, its people and its culture, and what and how it has been evolving for so many years. So to bring such a concept in a community living uh, where people, residents, tourists, and there's a lot of interaction, and that is something that directly reflects what Mumbai is all about. Uh, I've done two level zoning. This is basic level zoning where I've zoned out various lanes for tourist, public, the main center core for farming, park area, and an area for villa. The second one clearly shows the correct positions of all the functions. And there is vast area right in the front, right in the urban sea front, purely dedicated to landscape and other public spaces. This is a master plan. Uh, this is the entrance. And right after you enter, to the left is a huge park. To the right is the public parking area. And straight comes to the Villaman building. And from there, you can directly access the seafront. There is a sandy area put as a beach front just to create the feel of a beach. And then there's an urban landscape with so many elements for people to engage themselves with. To the end is a harbor bath, is a public bath facility with swimming pools and other bath options. And then we have a free floor apartment, a clubhouse for all the people coming in. And then we have a restaurant bar, and then towards the end we have a whole area for beach villas as such. These are the views and how the landscape turned out to be. This is the amphitheater. One of the most important buildings is the Villaman building. It's a massive structure which consists of apartments from 1 BHK to 4 BHK. The main highlight of the building is its balconies. The structure as such is in a rectilinear form, but the balconies are of organic form. And all the balconies are green balconies. They consist of shrubs and small trees, which in turn promotes a very relaxing and reliable environment to live in. This is the sectional elevation. The second type of building is free floor apartments. As the name suggests, they only have solid walls right in the center in the core where the lift and stairs run. All along the edges, they have a parapet wall, and rest of it is a glazed wall. It gives complete view to the seafront. This typology also has a unique style where pools overlap each of the floors on different sides. Isometric view. This is a clubhouse and gym. It is for the residents as well as the public who come in. There's a lobby, a reception area, locker rooms, and a cafeteria in the ground floor. And the first floor there is a gym. There are two gyms, a games area and dance floor, and which in turn leads to a roof garden. This is the restaurant bar. It is a very basic and linear format. This is an open area right at the entrance, and there's a open above space. There's an open kitchen and a very basic few seating, and which is carried off to the next floor as well. This is a beach house. There are two types of beach houses. Both are of glazed walls and are decked structures. They give a lot of view directly to the sea. This is the entrance. There are two living areas, an open kitchen and dining, and then two bedrooms. Similarly, this is the entrance. They have 3 bedrooms, one huge, massive hall area and open kitchen. My special topic is green roofing technology, as my whole settlement can turn out to be pretty heat absorbent. So green roofing is one of the best things to compensate that, and it's also sustainable way. This is how the Willamette balconies will turn out to be. Thank you.